What movie could have been over in 10 minutes, if the main character wasn't such a dumbass? Home Alone 2. Surprised no one said it already. Kevin did not need to change his batteries for his Talkboy while his family was running to their date. He had a several-hour plane ride that he could have done it on, but instead had to change them while running through the terminal. What an idiot. Edit. Well, was not expecting this kind of traction on this comment. I loved every bit of it. Thanks guys. Merry Christmas ya filthy animals. And a Happy New Year. Kids are fucking stupid. Edit. Holy hell everyone. Thank you. C. A Quiet Place. That film has the most realistic opening death in horror. I say this both as a parent and a cinephile. Kids don't listen until they are told for the 99th time if it's something they've already made up their mind about. That opening cut me deep as a parent. Eurotrip. She blocked my email address, so I have to go to Europe to contact her. No dumbass, just make another email account and email her to explain the mistake. But Scotty didn't know. Edit. Thanks for the gold. Not in 10 minutes. But Breaking Bad could have stopped after just a few episodes if Walt had just accepted the money from Elliot instead of letting his pride get in the way. Yeah dude. Elliot wanted to hook him up with a sweet gig that was basically Walter's anyway. I'm not sure why pride even came into it as an issue. There's something more than pride there. 2. Something happened between Walt and Gretchen that is never revealed. Remember the flashback when they're sexily talking about the elemental content of the human body? And then remember the hostility with which Walt treats her when he meets her at the restaurant? That's a good point. Still, seemed like a sweet gig. Amityville Horror. Get out. Alrighty then. Okay Ghost, since we can't live here, we're going to sell the lot to a developer. And you can haunt the parking lot of a Noodles Inn Company. BTTF2. Doc. Hey Marty, your future kid is an idiot. Fortunately you have 30 years to change the outcome. Maybe consider moving to a different town. Or private school or something. Marty. Okay, thanks. The end. Gremlins. The instructions were very clear. Asterisk. How to lose a guy in 10 days. Asterisk. Just shit on the floor. Kate Hudson. Just shit on the goddamn floor and he will probably leave you. No need for any zany antics. Just straight up shit on the floor. Morgan Murphy. Edit. I should have credited the doke to Murphy much sooner. I apologize. I mean yes. But the point was to write an article about every crazy girlfriend pitfall so that other women would cut that shit out when dating. The vast majority of people don't fail at dating because they keep shitting on the floor. ETA. Yes, I know it's fast. Blame autocorrect and stop asking about the slow majority. Alien. Covenant. All these brilliant scientists. And they're done in by taking off their helmets. Leaving their helmets on would have stopped literally all of their deaths. The air is breathable here. Sure. But maybe we don't want to breathe it. You know, in case of toxins or molds or something like that? Oh, right, duh. This thing is totally alive and looks like a hooded cobra. I'm gonna reach out and touch it. In Limitless. Why doesn't Bradley Cooper use his enhanced intelligence to immediately figure out how to manufacture the drug so he always has it for the rest of his life? Or pay back the fucking loan shark? Any movie where someone says, stop, wait, I can explain. If they'd actually stop, wait, and let the character explain. You kissed her? Quote. Stop, I can explain. She kissed me because she was hitting on me. There wasn't much I could do. And I didn't engage. Otherwise I'd be fucking her right now. Oh, word. That makes sense. The end. Edit. This became weirdly anti-women. That is certainly not how I intended. This shit bugs me so much, especially since you know they're gonna sort it out, so you're just wasting the next 20 minutes on a sad montage while the main character builds resolve to go take care of business. E.T. if he would have got back on the spaceship, his ass wouldn't have gotten stuck on Earth. I like to think it was a juvenile prank by his friends. Like in high school when your buddy gets out of the car to pee and your other friend is like, "Dude, we should drive off and leave him here for a minute, lol." Edit. Apparently this is a sketch they did on the Seth Green Robot Chicken show. But I had the idea way before him, so he just snagged it and left me in the dust, same way they stole Napster from him in the Italian Job. Double edit. Thanks to whoever got me my first ever Reddit gold. I hope you have a great holiday season. Not the main character, but the entire Star Wars original trilogy could have been over in 10 minutes if the Imperials did shoot the escape pod with R2, 3PO and the Death Star plans. Or at least if they sent a team to intercept it on landing instead of allowing the droids to escape. Edit. Typo. I always figured it was a case of it was Friday at 4:45 and if you blow up the pod now you've got to fill out a bunch of paperwork, and well, since there's no life forms on it, just call it a glitch and walk out the door at 5. Funny thing is that there is a book titled From a Different Point of View, which is a bunch of stories about the side characters in A New Hope. The gunner who didn't fire on the escape pod realized how badly he fucked up. So he talks to a friend of his who knows what forms to fill out to instantly take the blame off of him and place it on someone unrelated to his department. Like, if I recall correctly, blaming it on the window cleaner not doing his job and obscuring the gunner's view. Greater than From a Different Point of View. From a Certain Point of View is the title I found, and damn it, now you've added yet another book to my reading list. Any movie that forgets that cell phones in adult conversations are real things. Especially romantic comedy movies where there's some dumb misunderstanding where one of the leads appears to be cheating on their spouse with a friend. A romantic movie shows them bursting into tears and running away. A realistic approach would be, "Oh hey honey, this my sister. I was giving her a hug because I hadn't seen her in a while." My youth pastor told a story of almost losing his previous youth pastor job. His sister came into Denver airport for a 2-hour layover. He had lunch with her and gave her a hug and sent her on her way. The next day he gets called into a meeting with the pastor and the entire board. Strange. His wife is there. Even stranger. And she's bawling her eyes out. They're letting him go because they have proof that he is cheating on his wife. News to him. And show him the photo of him hugging his sister. He shows the photo to his wife and they both burst out laughing. The board is confused until he explains that it's his sister and maybe just ask him about it first next time. But yeah, this story reminds me that ridiculous rom-com situations actually can happen in real life. This is completely insane, even if that's not his sister. A picture of him hugging a woman is in no way proof that he's cheating on his wife. Edit. I'm a Christian. Still think this is nuts. Especially in a profession that requires you to be there for people emotionally. Deadpool. Vanessa, stay. Wade, okay. Dies in Vanessa's armed roll credits. I hope Deadpool finds this post and mentions it in his next movie. Hey Deadpool, when you see this tell your mother I said hello. Clerks. Dante should have said no since it was his day off. Asterisk Captain America. Civil War asterisk. 1. Why did no one have a photo ID of the actual psychologist assigned to Bucky Barnes? 2. Hey, Secretary Ross. You neglected to mention Harlem in your Avengers Guild trip presentation. You know, the incident where 2 big rage monsters that you are responsible for fought? You should be in jail for that. Edit. Well, this one blew up, and the nuke Tony saved New York from. And the part where they actually saved the world from Ultron. Granted, that one might be their fault to begin with, but still, it could have been worse. Yeah, they never answer the pivotal question. In what situation would the UN thing, regulatory body, etc., have made a different call than the one they made? Maybe it's fair to blame the existence of superheroes on an increase in existential threats. Or to blame Ultron on Tony, etc. That could be argued, but none of their faults are strategic in nature. Iron Man. You shouldn't have invented the Iron Man suit. Or, you shouldn't have invented Ultron. Or, it was kinda annoying that your dad sent you to Earth. And that you're banging a chick here. Are all reasonable statements. But none of them are fixed by, hey UN. Is it cool if we go stop the city rocket from blowing up the Earth? Or, hey UN. Should we go fight the giant alien horde raining down on New York? Quote, even the instigating event in Civil War doesn't make sense. UN approval to go into the op in South Africa where Scarlet Witch kills some people wouldn't have changed the situation. The UN should have sent the Avengers to deal with Crossbones. The alternative would have been worse. The only problem was a split-second tactical decision by Scarlet Witch. Not a strategic decision to go to the fight. Vision was an idiot. Loki would have invaded Earth even if the Avengers hadn't been around. Nothing says anyone else wouldn't have come around either. His cause-effect line is total horseshit. The difference between Tony and a legitimate authority is that without him they would have turned New York into a crater. Funny how he forgot about that? Yeah, Vision's statement made no sense. The presence of the Avengers should intimidate others, not encourage baddies to attack. Walter Mitty takes the time to inspect a personalized gift from an individual he'd admired for years. In the first Transformers movie, Megatron is trying to find the cube, and Sam has the glasses with the coordinates. He sends Barricade to go interrogate Saw. Monsieur, where are the glasses? Quote, we've already established that Transformers can learn Earth's languages and hack the military's computers in seconds. Sam is selling the glasses on eBay. Why didn't Megatron just buy the glasses? The CAPTCHA got them. Click all the boxes with cars in the Monsieur. I babysat my younger siblings tons of times and somehow never wished them away to the Goblin King no matter how frustrated I got. Toby was like 2 at the most. He'd have been asleep in like 30 minutes if she'd just kept her goddamn cool. If David Bowie asks for your baby, you give him your damn baby. Batman Trilogy. Dad, I am scared, Bruce. We paid good money to watch this opera. Just cover your ears and go to sleep. A shadow organization explicitly working against them to take down the city. Something tells me random gunmen would have crossed their path eventually. They really should have had a bodyguard or two. Well, they had Batman with a Monsieur. The first Iron Man. Rather than test the Jericho missile at a secure weapons testing facility in the US, Tony Stark feels the need to go all the way to the Middle East and gets himself captured by terrorists. One thing leads to another. And now Buff Raisin has just killed half the universe. Thanks, Tony. That Buff Raisin was planning on killing half the universe anyway. Dungeon Master Rule number 34. Just because the players don't interact with a nefarious plot doesn't mean the nefarious plot isn't in progress. There's already a Rule 34. The Descent. If the one girl hadn't lied to everyone about what cave they were going to. That's not even my biggest beef with that movie. The friend who sneaks up behind the girl who is high on adrenaline after pickaxing a fucking monster to death and is surprised she gets stabbed, then tells her friends that their buddy killed her. No love. You are a fucking idiot, and it was natural selection at its finest. Literally every horror movie where the main character decides to check where the spooky sound came from instead of running away. But that doesn't get rid of the serial killer, ghost, zombie, alien, it just delays. What about In the Ring? Why did she leave that tape on the bottom shelf? Probably next to the bleach, knives, medicine and her gun, for the kid to find. I wish the kid had died to teach her a lesson on her shitty parenting. I love Star Trek TNG, but security cameras would be an obvious solution to many problems. Season 3 Episode 11 is a perfect example. How about fuses for all their control panels? Greater than hey, we have a 600 amp feed heading to the coffee machine. Do you think we should fuse it? No. Also seatbelts. I remember a Voyager episode when they find a pickup truck floating in space. Someone scans it and mentioned crude restraint system. At least the truck had something. In the future, there's no way to route power or run any control console without using lots of explodium tubing. Cost-effective, but prone to explode for any reason or no reason. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.